We can ask a very interesting question on the Parsha this week. Usually when someone transgresses one of God's commandments, there's a punishment, right? There's a very direct punishment. For someone who speaks Lashon Hara in this week's Parsha, though, it seems like he gets actually a reward. When someone speaks Lashon Hara, Hashem sends them this spiritual affliction called Saras. In the first place that Hashem sends this Saras, this affliction, is a person's house. The walls of his house, they become discolored, plastered, and scattered, dysfunctional. And the job is he has to call the Kohen, the holy Kohen, to his house to diagnose the problem. Is it really Tsaras? What's going on? And he'll find that behind his walls are precious gems and stones. What kind of punishment is that? You speak Lashon Hara, you speak negative about a friend, and Hashem rewards you, and in your house there's thousands of dollars of stones that you can trade in. I don't see the punishment here. What's the message the Torah is teaching us? And perhaps if we know the difference between a Kohen and a Baal Lashon Hara, perhaps we can take out a beautiful message. A Baal Lashon Hara, as we said, is someone who always looks at the world with what's called an ayin ra, a negative, evil eye. Someone has any type of success, he's able to rationalize that really the success wasn't his. If somebody has a chance to look at a situation negatively, slander somebody, denigrate somebody, minimize somebody, he's quick to do that. A Kohen, on the other hand, always sees the positive, always sees the ayin tov, a good eye in somebody. The Kohen says to the Baal Lashon Hara, you see a house that looks discolored and dysfunctional, but behind the walls I see precious gems and stones. A Kohen looks at a Jew, and even though perhaps there's a wall in front of them, he knows deep down there's a holy, holy soul. A holy soul that Hashem implanted in him, and that is very precious. The most precious thing in the world is a Jewish soul, full of diamonds and stones. And so often we're so quick to judge that somebody has a nega about them, some type of affliction. We either think that we have the affliction or they have the affliction, but everyone's in darkness. Everyone's afflicted out there because the street, the outside world, wants us to feel that we're just drinking carbonated soda, watching Hollywood TV, sports, eating, all types of fast food, and we bought into that nega type of society. Comes a Kohen, inspired friend, or a rabbi, a teacher, and says, no. We're elevated people. We're full of precious stones and diamonds, and that's what Hashem is expecting out of us. And we have to feel that. We have to feel that we are much more elevated than perhaps the street is telling us. We have to get out of that nega, that saras type attitude, and realize that behind all of our walls, the walls of our children, the walls of our parents, the walls of our coworkers and our neighbors, there's precious diamonds. We just got to go in and find them. And if you see all of them, the precious diamonds in all of us, how could you speak Lashon Hara? These are holy people. All of us are. We all have our shortcomings. We all have our challenges in life. But we have to feel elevated. We have to feel inspired to be like the Kohen and look for the best in everybody. And with that, it'll be a much simpler life where you're using your tongue for positive things, for compliments, to bring achdus, to bring community, to bring the Jewish people together, bring your families together, your relationships together, and you'll feel more elevated. You'll feel that Jewish soul. You'll get out of the nega, and you'll feel the diamonds and the precious gems within all of us. Good Shabbos.